To Supervisor Christopher Koetzle, I want to thank and I want to congratulate you especially today for all the hard work you've done, the time you've put in, the programs you've put in place, the fact that I believe you know what local government's all about, and really representative democracy is all about, and communication is all about. And Councilman Aragosi mentioned that, being a good listener. That's really what it's all about. And Supervisor Koetzle, I think you've understood that over the year. You've been a great listener, but also a great communicator. Kept us abreast of the situations and what's happening and projects that are taking place in our community, because I'm a Glenville resident and have been for a while now. And I want to thank you for keeping other levels of government informed on what's taking place in Glenville, so we could work together, because that's what it's all about. And I think if I checked my phone and I was going to look at the number of calls and who has called me the most, number one would be my wife, and number two would probably be Supervisor Koetzle. Now my wife's calls, if you listen to some of the messages and what she said, would mostly be, don't forget the milk and the bread. Chris's calls are mostly, don't forget the bread. And I think we've done a good job in my first year of not forgetting the bread. Because there's a great future in place for the projects that are coming up in this year and I think into the future. And I was proud and happy to work with you in the council, and I'm sure we'll work with the new council members to put together more projects which create a better quality of life in the town of Glenville. And you and the council has done a wonderful job, and I'm sure that's going to continue. I, Christopher Koetzle.
I, Christopher Koetzle.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
To support the Constitution of the United States.
To support the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of New York.
And the Constitution of the State of New York.
And to faithfully discharge the duties.
And to faithfully discharge the duties.
Of the office of Supervisor.
Of the office of Supervisor.
For the town of Glenville.
For the town of Glenville.
According to the best of my ability.
According to the best of my ability.
So help me to God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
It's funny, today, my wife and I have been talking a lot over the holidays about the past couple of years. I was talking to Mike Godlewski today. This actually marks my 10th year in service to the town. I, 10 years ago, became elected as a council member to the town. It was kind of an auspicious start. We were talking about the health scare we had early on, and my election day 10 years ago was spent in Ellis Hospital because I was having 3, if some of you remember, minor strokes. And so that was the first time I won an election. I was unfortunately dealing with that, and so I never had a chance to enjoy my first, so I hope you guys enjoy it. But shortly after that, actually 10 years ago this month, I had to go in for heart surgery to correct a birth defect. And we were talking about the fact of how time flies. And I remember, and I'll just tell you a quick story, and there'll be a reason for it, but I was waking up from surgery. I don't know if any of you had surgery, and you're on pretty deep anesthetics, and it takes you a while to wake up. You just don't wake up. You kind of feel like you're going down this very, very long, dark tunnel before you can ever open your eyes as you start becoming aware of what's around you. And I remember I kept feeling on my face, I just kept feeling something on my cheek. I thought, I don't know what it was, because I didn't really feel it was in my body. It was the strangest thing. But when I finally opened my eyes, what it was my wife caressing my cheek with her nose. And I never forgot that, and I want to thank you. I know it's been a tough 10 years. That was kind of a metaphor for the past 10 years that we've been on this journey. I sometimes feel like I'm in a dark, deep tunnel, but I always feel your presence next to me, and I know that it's hardest on you. I know that, and I know this is not a vocation you would have chose for me, but you know it's my passion, you know it's what's in my heart, you know it's what I love. And so I want to thank you so much for all your support over 10 years. Please hear about it. I want to thank my children. They've grown up over these past 10 years, and 2 of them can even vote for me now. I'm pretty sure you did. I want to thank, Jamie talked a little bit about all the accomplishments over the years. It could not have happened. I believe this is the greatest town, not only in the county, but I think in the state and probably the nation. We've accomplished so much over 8 years: unrivaled economic growth, fiscal restraint that have led us to reducing our debt by $10 million, reducing the use of our fund balance by almost $1 million, investing in our town parks, our business corridors, unprecedented, I think, investment in our community here. But we did this because we worked together. We've worked together as a team for the past 8 years. It's not just the board. Gina and John and Elle and Sid before them, obviously Jamie's leadership at the town, all of our employees, our department heads, Chief Ranelli, Chief Janik now, the police, the employees, the committee members, that we have so many committee members here today that have stepped forward and have done so much for this town. It's been such a team effort, and I'm just so proud when people ask me, well, what do you think is, the thing you're most proud of? To me, I'm most proud of the people and the relationships and the effort that people in this town have come together, whether employee or volunteer, to work together to make this a better community. Very soon tonight, we'll get to work here as a new board, and perhaps the dynamics will be new, I don't know, but I am fully confident that we will continue on the path that we started so many years ago. We will continue to cut the cost of government. We'll continue to make investments in our community that make this one of the greatest towns, as I said, I believe, in the state. And we will continue to work on behalf of our residents, always putting the residents above ourselves. Our employees do it, our board does it, our elected officials, Tommy does it. We will always continue to put our residents above ourselves.